Local 18-year-old fake intellectual fighting writer's block. Burn it away, Reddit.
Just make your pitch and link your Patreon so we can all move on with our lives.
Let me get softcore cosplay pics and bad poetry.
Nah, she's a fanfiction.net user for sure.
I don't think she needs any of that when she has that massive Great Dane and Shaggy to fill her up. If you spent as much time writing as you do making sure your hair looks lightly disheveled, you'd have actually written a book by now. But actual creation would be too much like commitment, wouldn't it? And really you're a writer because you haven't figured out the difference between a label and a personality yet. But good luck on the book, all the same.
You goddamn laughing my bleep off.
Thanks, Noob.
Loved you in Willy Wonka. Does chocolate still give you PTSD or is just strictly bubblegum?
Taking Sugar Daddy to new levels. She was great in Mars Attacks too.
Dank reference.
You are the first person on Reddit that I have seen has used their actual name as their username. Wonder if Trasher ever gets picked up off the street.
In my country, it doesn't. Made me look at it. Thank you for the silver, kind stranger.
Bleep fanfiction about Jim Morrison and Noam Chomsky is an intellectual and probably doesn't count as writing.
Just be glad she's moved past her Ayn Rand phase.
More like John Lennon and Lennon.
Air horns.
So John Lennon has been reincarnated as a talentless ladyboy.
The band.
Did you?
This is the most tasteful insult that I've ever heard and I want to frame it.
Put it right next to your future art degree.
Writer's block while practicing the alphabet.
Nobody has replied yet, so just figured I'd say hi.
Hello.
She looks like if Scott Pilgrim and Kim had stayed together and had a child.
You look like a 10-year-old boy wearing his mum's wig.
Accurate.
Asterisk dad's wig.
Actually made me laugh.
Malcolm in the middle of her transitioning.
You the kinda girl who'd get a restraining order from a guy you'd meet on Tinder.
Hashtag me too.
Pound me too.
I was really unsure if it was a male or a female.
Great Clockwork Orange cosplay.
There was me, that is Alex, and my three droogs, that is Pete, Georgie, and Dim, and we sat in the Cordover milk bar trying to make up our racidocs what to do with the evening.
Then I decided to do the good all in out and out with one of my droogs instead.
I'm seeing in the rain.
You could walk into either restroom, and nobody would look twice.
Look twice? Nobody would look once.
Bri bleep wish I had this.
That's actually pretty lit, laughing my bleep off.
Taylor Slow.
Trailer Swift.
Taylor Thrift.
More like Lisa Lazy Eye Lopez.
You've already accepted you are a fake intellectual. That is the first step of recovery.
She's ready for fake taxi.
You look like a transgender Steve Jobs.
With twice the cancer.
She should eat an apple.
Steve No Jobs.
Your head is even longer than the list of men you'll pretend you're pregnant to in your life. Hence the finger length too.
My sides ha 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 ha.
While also having an IUD in.
What time's your cam show?
Would definitely make more money than with her writing.
Better written, would definitely make more money than with her writing.
More like a compliment.
Maybe that helmet you're wearing is blocking inspiration.
Helmet of confusion, -2 clearness of mind, -3 communication.
I can't get into Stranger Things 3 now that Finn hit puberty and looks all weird.
He's just in an awkward phase from 12 to 29.
Wait, who is Finn?
Mike Wheeler.
Losing the ability to write Tumblr posts is not called writer's block.
Fake intellectual indeed. It's faux. Dear.faux intellectual.
It's fake intellectual if you're genuinely dim.
Or pseudo-intellectual.
That's fair. English is diverse and nuanced enough to convey pretty much anything in very fine-grained detail. Of course, the corollary is that the vocabulary of the receiver may be limited in such a way that only crude meanings may be effectively transmitted.
Your eye color, face tell me that you're either from a lizard family or your boyfriend is your brother.
Why can't it be both?
Your boyfriend being your brother wouldn't affect your genetics.
I think they're insinuating that her entire family is incestuous.
You don't become Steve Jobs by wearing a turtleneck.
But you could become Elizabeth Holmes with a black turtleneck. Elizabeth Homeless.
This is my Instagram, it's full of weed pictures, choker necklaces, a bum throw in for good measure and maybe some bleep too. All captioned with song lyrics.
And trendy SPACED fonts.
VAPOWAVE.
Is that you Megamind? Or are you his cousin Tia LLMIND?
You're also blocked on all social media by men who've dumped you because you stalk them and show up to their jobs and make a scene.
Nice username.
18-year-old writer's block, don't bother. Nobody wants to read that shit.
Self-identifying as any kind of an intellectual is the most efficient way to make people realize you aren't one.
Good to know, don't want raise any expectations.
You know what you look like to me, with your good sweater and your cheap lighting? You look like a rube. A well-scrubbed, hustling rube with a little taste. Good nutrition has given you some length of hair, but you're not more than one generation from poor white trash, are you, trash account? And that accent you've tried so desperately to shed? Pure West Virginia. What's your father, dear? Is he a coal miner? Does he stink of the lamp? You know how quickly the boys found you. All those tedious sticky fumblings in the back seats of cars. While you could only dream of getting out. Getting anywhere. Getting all the way to the front of the PAGA.
Is that you, Clarice?
I'm glad the inevitable doctor. Lecter burn actually came from Dr. Lecter this time.
You look like you sell bath water to nerds.
Even 20-year WoW veterans aren't that desperate.
Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more high-quality Reddit roast videos. I make new videos every day. This is Reddit Roasts. See you in another video.